Gucken wir die zu. Junge. Ach, hallo. Raphael. Schreib mal kurz rein, ob das von der Musik so in Ordnung ist. Raphael. Schreib mal bitte. Ja, okay, danke. Okay, danke, Lorenz Werner. Also, Sebastian heißt du, glaube ich, oder? Meine ich. Ach, auch so ein bisschen lost, Alter. Und wer ist noch da? Also einer guckt mir auf jeden Fall dazu.
This is Madden. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And an alley to run. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Alter.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson.
Oh. Das war's komplett, Digga.
He'll get about 3 down to the 38. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 18 carries, 86 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Jesus.
Way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Looking to throw.
Easy.
And that'll be caught by Gresham for a Cardinal touchdown. Jermaine Gresham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has...
Oh, yeah.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On first down, Bowman.
Nein. Ich habe schon gedacht, der wurde gepickt, Alter. Das ist komplett.
They nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he's got Gresham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 20.
Our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Bowman. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback. Not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Yeah.
Bowman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down, Bowman. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Julian Edelman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over.
Hurry up, here we go.
On first down, Bowman. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit.
Nice.
Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Bowman, he's going to rifle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Arizona. 72 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jermaine Gresham with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5.
All right, here we go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Timeout offense.
A final shot before break. Bowman. Gresham's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him a... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They begin the drive with Johnson. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff. Johnson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, Bowman. Hard throw, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jermaine Gresham from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals add on. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back to throw. Bowman. Got some real estate inside the 30. Wide open receiver complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be... And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught at the 25. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the
offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cardinals,
so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this button, the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Heavy lay, waist snatch, back straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Hey, back on Monday for Robbie's body. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I made 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go, your man, with my name in your mouth. I do the Maybach on Monday for Robbie's body. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Sideways, sideways.
QB-Problem.
First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yo, I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, no, I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yo, I'm too up. Brown blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh.
DJ all the way.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
On 1st and 10, Bowman. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
So that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 13 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And a touchdown there on the short run. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same. Offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. Throwing on first down, Bowman. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Off the play fake, Bowman. Caught, right side, Gresham. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 40 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Bowman. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Fuck, Digga, was mach ich?
He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll make it third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
To throw on third down, Bowman.
Ach, Digga, was bin ich, Alter? Schon die ganze Zeit, Mann.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Back to throw. Bowman.
Fuck, man.
My goodness, this is incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess.
And got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A first down carry here for Johnson. Finding room inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
His throw caught right around the 6. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. Second and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Bowman. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Boah, nee, Alter, nicht dein Scheiß Ernst, Alter.
Take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week. Saw.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that will be caught out of the...
Digga, der war so drin, Alter. Ach, nee, Mann.
So we are in the second quarter now as As the offense gets set to take over, they've got it 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st down, Bowman. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw on 2nd down, Bowman. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Bowman. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson is 11. How will this offense respond? Their defense just gave up the touchdown. Now it's their opportunity. 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Bowman. He's going to intercept it. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he'll return it to the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. Fights through at the 5. He finds it opening past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Whoosh. Shifts free at the 15. A big run there by Johnson. 47 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Back to throw. Bowman going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing on third and long. Bowman dumping it off for Johnson. And now running right through it. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. So out now come the Cardinals. Now Johnson. That's a strong running. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy.
Looking to throw on second down. Bowman. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Looking to throw. Bowman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on first down. Bowman. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, the 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage. Yeah. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off play action. Bowman. Going deep here for Edelman. He's got a man. Complete. There he goes. Julian Edelman. Touchdown, Cardinals. Julian Edelman, 83 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their... Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? Here's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson.
Alter.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Timeout defense.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Bowman. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Bowman. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Patriot! Patriot!
Throwing again. Bowman. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 3rd down, Bowman. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Arizona, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7.
$100,000 plus $100,000 my way. How could I forget that you done done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall from me. Would love to take the shopping, but I'm in your tongue. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sitting right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero down, get my baby 35.
Gotta hit him on the jack. When you coming back, there's you on the mat. Everything is intact. Could have been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue. Itty bitty piggyback with everything I do. But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the bay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These I send them like it's daylight. These wanna know what it's like. What it's like, yo, what it's like, yo. They wanna know what it's like, yo. All this ice is like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you have this for me?
I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sitting right now. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero down, get my baby 35. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah.
Okay, ich beende den Stream jetzt. Tschüss Leute. Cheers.